Hey, Marty here. Today's topic's a little rough, not specifically rough, but it's one that I hate dealing with, but we've been kicking the can down the road as a country on this for too long. So I was reading an interesting article. We'll actually post a link to the full article for those of you who'd like to read it. I know most of you will roll your eyes as you start to read it because it's got a lot of facts and figures and all that, but it's a very well documented problem about state and local pensions in our area. And at the ripe old age of 47, I know many of my friends and family are headed toward retirement or in retirement, and many of you have pensions through the state and local municipalities. So if you're a police or firefighter, it's a little different system. You'd certainly have to ask some of those questions of that system, but the state and local systems are grossly underfunded almost across the board. All that's really going to happen in the future then is your benefits are going to get cut. So what you think you're going to get in retirement, you're not going to get. And for many of you that don't pay in Social Security, especially in the state of Ohio, you're not going to have that to supplement it, so you're going to have to deal with this. What really made me focus on it was I had a customer that I was discussing the whole situation with toward the end of last week, and the best plan of action for them was to get off the 30-year that they have about 22 years left and get all the way down to a 10 so that by the time they retire the house is paid off. So instead of trying to catch up their retirement savings, which at this, currently what bonds are yielding 2.25%, worldwide yields are all down, stock market's kind of up right now, it's pretty risky if you're headed to retirement to put that money there. They decided the safest bet was to get the dang mortgage paid off, and I think there's a lot of merit to that. It's painful, it's going to cut into their fund money right now, but it's going to afford them a high standard of living in retirement by having no mortgage at all. So for those of you that are in that system, the state and local pension system, there are a couple things. One, let's talk about options to prepare for it or make sure you're supplementing it, because what you're being promised probably is not what you're going to get. It's not sustainable and can't be done. And for the rest of us, we need to ask as taxpayers and as friends and family of those other people, we need to start demanding from our state and local politicians that we actually address this and start telling people what to expect so that they're not going to hit a wall in retirement. It's a worldwide problem. Europe's already bitten by it, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. But the United States is very fast approaching the tipping point where what we have to pay, we can't pay. So let's talk about it now and deal with it, but 10 and 15-year mortgages are a very viable option.